Good afternoon, 101 Sports fans. It's Mark Oldup's Guy Halpern here on the Sports Insanity Network, brought to you by the Dugout of Millwood and also with our co-signer, Top Notch Sports Club. So last week I did a little bit on what Fanatics Live was, and I've been playing around a little bit, having a little bit of fun. And as I said, is what Fanatics Live has done is it's given card breakers who mostly been, doing Facebook and whatnot and stuff like that, a venue to go live at any time they want, and it's going to increase their demographic. And this is going to show you a little bit why. Now, I didn't spend thousands of dollars, but I got into a couple of small things, just enough to get around. Also, had some great talks with some people over the time. So, for about $250 spent, it's right now. This is not everything I got. I don't have time to do it all. This is just a small amount. So we're gonna start off. I usually take the Mets or that, or luckily enough, I was randomly assigned it. And the first one up is, at the top's chrome black. You have the parallels. It's the gold mini diamonds, Francisco Lindor. But the great thing about it, it's 50 out of 50. So that makes it an eBay 101. So that'll gain it a little bit of fun. Next up, took a shot. I believe this was for like $9. It was because it was a promotion, and I ended up with box three, and I got a Will Shields red cracked ice auto from Sports Heroes. This is 3 of 9. It's actually a pretty cool design card, but for $9, I'm not going to say no. When it came to Heritage, I am not usually a big buyer in Heritage because it's just so much with all the parallels and the low odds on getting some of the really good autographs, unless you really go and spend on the really big team. A good breaker who I've done great business with, Mark Mariano, RBI Breaks. I took the Angels and I asked him how many short print trouts am I possibly going to see in a case, and he said you're lucky to get one. Well, I didn't get one. I got three. It's not huge. I mean, they're not huge hits, but they're three short prints. Mind you, enough, I wouldn't grade these, even though probably they grade a 9, but it probably wouldn't really do much for them. Um, when you look at them, Topps Heritage remind you of the old Topps vintage cards, and the edges and corners are all a little bit, not perfect. The centerings are not all perfect, and I'm not going to grade stuff when they'll sell fine online otherwise. I got into a small Heritage mixer. I believe this was for $18, and you got to pick two teams. And if you did $18, and it was two box rip. So I got two teams. I got the Cubs and the Mariners. Now, me, it's like two good teams, got solid prospects. The pitcher who I'm not going to butcher his name, and for Seattle, you possibly get a Rodriguez, or even yet got the one here, O'Reilly. These, I'm sorry, this is called Speckle. I had to get these all right. The Speckle variation, not a huge, but for $18, I'm sure this will pretty much do help. But this one is even better. The in Topps Chrome, because this was a dual break, it was a Heritage and a Chrome. I got Ernie Banks, and this one's actually a Chrome orange refractor out of 25. So 11 out of 25 for the guy who always wanted to play two, always two. Moving right along. Um, this one came out of, believe it or not, the Monster Card Shop, and funny enough, I didn't even realize I had gotten into them. This was sometime overnight. I had won the Blue Jays in a break, and Brandon Barreria, patch auto, 7 of 10. Don't know much about the guy, but still pretty cool hit, and at a flawless, flawless sells. Now, if I could show you everything, I would and whatnot. But so I was able to sit down and talk with a gentleman for a while. He's engaging the customers, he's trying to get people to buy, and that's what it is. But it wasn't just him getting me to buy. I actually had a great chat with Kevin Orlansky out of LMS Breaks on St. Mary, Florida. And he engaged like I used to at card shows. Every person who commented, he made sure he got a snap back. Not that saying anybody else that I've been in a room doesn't, but he was the one who was most engaging to me. And I spent better than about 2 hours in the room. And I took the Mets in both tops, chrome black cases, and I did pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the results. But before I show off the hits, this is what the baseball card industry is about. It's about making relationships. It's about building friendships and doing business. And when it comes down to it, yes, family comes first. Business is business. We do it as it is. And no, I didn't get any one-of-ones, but these are some cool cards, and I like them, and I do this. I am missing my compadre, Charlotte Monkey, as she is up with Grandma and Grandpa this weekend. And she'll be back for our next one, which we'll be recording at the end of next week because got a ton more coming in. And so might as well get to it. So the first one is, unfortunately, our catcher who's currently down now, Francisco Alvarez. He has a base version, but he also had a version that was known as the Futures. And it's limited to 99, and this one is 50 out of 99. Beautifully centered, on card autograph. Really, really cool. Out of the same case, and this was like 2 boxes later. I mean, this was the first box when I got the Alvarez. The third box in, I got probably my favorite left fielder. Well, he was center fielder, now plays left field, Brandon Nimmo. This guy just brings the crowd to life. Always hustling, doesn't stop, always smiling. And it's, again, on card and clean autograph. Now, of course, there are big names with the Mets. You got Alonso, you could get the duel to, there's David Wright, there's all that. But again, the variations are the harder ones to get because there's not always an autograph of everyone. And the last one I got is a friggin' awesome pair. And that's Pete Alonso Orange, 23 or 25. Again, it's not $1 million card, but it's one of the harder chasers when you look at the individual packs. Now, one box, you get a pack with about 4 cards, 3 or 4 cards in it, and none of those cards inside are autographed. It's the parallels and the rookies is what you're going for, or the case hits in the rookie update. And then, of course, obviously per box there's autographs. And I've watched case upon case upon case upon case of this break. I ain't kidding. And this was one of the first cases. I mean, first back-to-back cases, not let alone I got hits in both cases. But I got rarer hits, meaning I got the variation. I normally am not that lucky. Sometimes things go our way, sometimes they don't. But please check us out at www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com for all your blogs, vlogs. Please follow us, like, subscribe, follow YouTube. Check out our co-signer, Top Notch Sports Club. You can find them on Facebook, Fanatics Live and No Nonsense Sports. Anthony Laparo is live, usually a couple of times during the week. He's also very busy attending to his business with co-signing and everything. Justin Valentini and John Salbuski. And shout outs. What's coming up? We're going to have an interesting story because for a one-of-one, it's not going to be about Charlotte. Troy has an amazing story. Well, it's unbelievable, but Troy is going to be with us on a one-of-one, just him with me on one card, just one card. And we're going to show that off together. It's his first real major pull. So for Mark Olduff, Guy Halpern, for the Sports Insanity Network and the dugout of Wood, take care, and we'll catch you on the flip.